Hi everyone. Um, Today, sorry, I need to make sure this thing is recording. Yes. Ah, Hi everyone. In this project, I'm going to talk about the type of model that we use to create our app and the benefits of the model, which relates to um the model's performance. Okay. Anyway, in this project we used MVVM architecture, which stands for View Model View View Model. It's one of the best patterns for Android development because it separates the UI as well as the logic and data layer, making the app faster, easier to maintain, and more scalable. Okay, okay. The model layer in our app includes everything from our user, actually our notes. Let me start with our notes. Sorry, didn't see that I had it open here. It's our notes, our user, and our calendar schedule, in this app. And then along with our DAOs, which is our user DAO. Let me first start with the calendar DAO. So this is the closest accessible. Our calendar DAO, and our user DAO with our specific functions, and as well as what's the last one? Our nodes DAO. Yes. These handle database operations through Room database. Yeah, through Room, ensuring that the code is clean and efficient data access without any direct UI interaction. Okay. The view model layer is a bridge between the data and the interface. For example, let's go to our calendar view model. Yes. Yes. Anyway, yeah. This view model acts as like a handler for user actions, updating the database and exposing the state to the UI. With Kotlin, we use in our specific project, we used core routines as well as state flow, you know, so that any change in database, like adding a node or adding a calendar event, automatically updates the screen in real time. And then for the view layer, which is the login front and the node front end and the calendar front end, um we simply oh sorry, yeah, for the view layer, which includes activities like that, we simply observe these view models in action. The UI doesn't handle the logic. It just displays what the view model sends to our screen. You know, so yes, as you can see, including session manager and here view model. We accessing the view model directly. We not speaking through the UI. I don't know if I'm making sense. But like for instance, when you're adding an event, the view model saves it and then instantly, let's go to events actually, you know. Actually, let me go to calendar events. Sorry. Yes. Yes. When you add where did I put it? Yes. When you add a calendar event, our view model directly instantly updates information that's on the screen. It saves it and it accesses through recycler view instantly with need for reload. We don't need to reload the screen or refresh the screen for it to change. We just need to use view models, and that allows our performance to actually be faster. It improves performance, making it faster, and which is an advantage of using the MVVM. Sorry. And then yes, you can also see that we use that for our session manager, which we can find in the login, session manager as well here. But let me go to the session manager page. Yes. This also aids us in performance because it's able to detect if a user is currently active, and then after a specific given time it kicks the user out if it shows that the user has been inactive and whatnot. These type of things aid in performance and keeping the runtime of the app, or helping, actually it also improves with scalability and keeping the runtime, the app runtime up to optimal or desired lengths. We wouldn't want our app to be shutting down randomly, or we wouldn't want to be dealing with maintenance issues all night or something like that. And then, so overall, the overall the MVVM structure keeps our code clean, our user interface responsive, and our app efficient. It also makes easier for future upgrades. It's easy to just, when you add something, you add the DAO, you add the event, you add the state, and then you add the view model. When you add a new feature, if we constantly adding new features, we can just keep on doing that. That's how we did it for the calendar, that's how we did it for the notes, that's how we did it for the login as well. And yes, so yeah, this is where it shows how it's easier for scalability, as well as it allows the app to run independently. As in, if we're creating a new feature, we don't need to stop the whole app from operating. The performance will the uptime will constantly be good. Okay, we hope for constant, like, this is, yeah, ideally it'll be constantly up up there. Sorry. And then yes, so in short, our app uses models for data, DAOs, and DAOs for database access, view models for logic and stage management, and adapters for smooth data display, and a session manager for identifying, all working together under the MVVM pattern for high performance and great maintainability. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, that's how our app works. And yeah, that's how we optimize performance using this type of model. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.